The Nazi regime didn't rise with violence alone. It used myths, design, and centuries-old symbols, twisting and distorting them into emblems of hate, control, and power. What many people don't realize is that most of these symbols weren't originally evil. Some were spiritual, some were national, some were artistic. But between 1920 and 1945, they became part of the world's most infamous ideology. This is the full history of Nazi symbols, where they came from, how they were used, and what they mean now. 1. The swastika, from sacred to sinister, the most notorious of them all. The swastika, known in German as the Hakenkreuz, or hooked cross. In 1920, the Nazi Party adopted it as their official symbol. And in 1925, Adolf Hitler finalized its design. A black swastika turned 45 degrees, centered in a white circle on a red background. This wasn't just a logo. It was propaganda. The color scheme, black, white, and red, came from the flag of the old German Empire, evoking pride in past militarism and empire. By using it, the Nazis rejected the black-red-gold colors of Germany's democracy, the Weimar Republic. But here's what most people don't know. The swastika is one of the oldest known human symbols. In India, it's been used for over 5,000 years. It appears on Hindu temples, Buddhist statues, and Jain manuscripts. In Sanskrit, swastika means well-being or to be good. It symbolized luck, prosperity, and spiritual balance. It also appeared in ancient Greece and Rome, in Norse carvings associated with Thor, and even among Native American tribes like the Navajo and Hopi. It was found on pottery, mosaics, and textiles, always with positive meanings. But when the Nazis took it, they flipped it, literally and metaphorically. They turned it into an emblem of Aryan racial identity and used it as a political weapon. After the war, the swastika became so toxic that it was banned in Germany. But its spiritual meaning still survives in temples, shrines, and cultures that used it long before Hitler existed. 2. The Nazi eagle, pride turned propaganda. The eagle has always been a symbol of power. The Romans used it for their legions. The Holy Roman Empire adopted it. So did Prussia, and later, the German Empire. But under the Nazis, the eagle was transformed. Two versions were created: the Reichsadler, or imperial eagle, faced right and symbolized the German state. The Partiadler, or party eagle, faced left and represented the Nazi Party. Both stood atop a swastika, merging ancient imperial power with modern fascist ideology. This wasn't accidental. Hitler and his propagandists carefully designed these symbols to project continuity, strength, and dominance. The eagle, once a unifying national symbol, became a sign of one-party rule and racial dictatorship. After 1945, Germany retired these eagles. The modern Federal Republic uses a more stylized, peaceful version, without the swastika and stripped of militarism. 3. SS bolts. Lightning of Terror. The SS, or Schutzstaffel, was Hitler's elite force. Its symbol, two sharp lightning bolt runes. Created in 1933 by SS officer Walter Heck, these bolts were based on the Sieg rune, an ancient symbol of the sun and victory. But under Nazism, they took on new meaning. The twin bolts stood for SS, Schutzstaffel, but also for Sieg, victory, victory. The SS wasn't just a military unit. It ran the Gestapo, enforced racial laws, and operated the concentration camps. It became the regime's instrument of terror. The lightning bolts became a badge of fear. And today, they are outlawed in Germany and many other countries. But white supremacist groups still use them, especially in tattoos and graffiti. 4. The Totenkopf, the death's head. Skulls have long symbolized death in military traditions. But the Totenkopf, or death's head, took on a far darker meaning under the Nazis. Originally worn by Prussian cavalry in the 1700s and later during World War I, the symbol was linked to elite units and a willingness to face death. But in the 1930s, Hitler's bodyguards, the SS Totenkopfverband, adopted it for their black caps. These units didn't just guard Hitler. They ran Auschwitz, Dachau, and Treblinka. The death's head, once a sign of military honor, became a symbol of genocide. Today, its use is banned in many countries, but neo-Nazis continue to wear it, often modified to avoid legal detection. 5. The Wolfsangel, The wolf's hook, the Wolfsangel, is one of the most misunderstood Nazi symbols. It's shaped like a Z with a line through it, or sometimes reversed or mirrored. It began as a medieval symbol, possibly inspired by wolf traps, and was believed to have magical powers. It appeared on town seals, banners, and during peasant revolts as a symbol of independence and resistance. But the Nazis co-opted it for the Waffen-SS, especially units fighting on the Eastern Front. It was even worn by the Hitler Youth. Today, the Wolfsangel is a common neo-Nazi symbol, used by groups like Aryan nations and far-right militias across Europe and the U.S. 6. The runes of the SS didn't just use one symbol. It had a whole alphabet of ancient runes, most of them stolen from Germanic, Norse, or pseudo-mystical traditions. Here are the most infamous. Odal rune symbolized blood, soil, and racial heritage, used by the 7th SS Mountain Division, today used by neo-Nazis promoting ethno-nationalism. Life rune, Lebensrune, used by the Lebensborn program, which promoted Aryan childbirth. Death rune, the inverted life rune, placed on SS grave markers instead of crosses. Hegel rune represented faith in Nazi philosophy, appeared on SS honor rings awarded by Himmler. Tawaz rune symbolized war, honor, and leadership, used to inspire soldiers in Nazi ideology. Most of these symbols are now coded hate signs used in modern extremist movements. 7. The Iron Cross. Reborn and repurposed, the Iron Cross predates the Nazis. It was established in 1813 by King Frederick William III of Prussia as a military decoration. It was awarded in World War I and symbolized bravery. But in 1939, Hitler added a swastika to the center of the medal. It became part of Nazi military honors. After the war, the Iron Cross was banned, but it has made a comeback. Today, it's used in biker culture, skateboarding, and even clothing brands. In these contexts, it often signals rebellion, not Nazism. But extremists still use versions of it, especially with the swastika, to signal white power. Context matters. 8. The Celtic Cross, faith co-opted. The Celtic Cross, with a circle behind the arms, originated in Ireland. It symbolized Christian faith and Celtic heritage. But in the 1930s and 40s, Norwegian Nazis began using a squared version. After World War II, it was adopted by the Ku Klux Klan, neo-Nazis, and other white supremacist groups. Today, the squared Celtic cross is a widely recognized hate symbol, used in logos, tattoos, and white nationalist flags. 9. The Black Sun. A cult of myth, one of the strangest and most mysterious Nazi symbols is the Black Sun, or Schwarze Sonne. It's made of 12 crooked rays inside a circular pattern. The design was installed in Wilsburg Castle by Heinrich Himmler, who envisioned it as the spiritual center of the SS. The Black Sun is based on Norse and pagan imagery and was part of the Nazis' obsession with pseudo-historical Aryan myth. Today, it's used by esoteric neo-Nazis, occult fascists, and even some fashion brands unaware of its origin. It's also been seen in recent extremist manifestos and terrorist propaganda. 10. Codes, numbers, and hidden symbols. Not all Nazi symbols are visual. Some are numeric. 18 equals H equals Adolf Hitler, 88 equals HH equals Heil Hitler, 14 equals the 14 words. We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children. 111 equals code for Aryan gangs and prisons. These numbers show up in usernames, tattoos, license plates, and graffiti, a hidden language of hate. 11. Post-war variants and extremist icons. Atomwaffen Division, a modern terror group. Their logo features a radiation symbol in SS-style shields. White Power Fist, a stolen version of the Black Power symbol, used with a white skin tone. Fasces, a Roman symbol of authority, revived by Mussolini. Today used by white nationalist groups to avoid swastika bans. Hammerskins, use crossed hammers over Nazi-colored backdrops. Imperial German flag, reused today by far-right German groups to bypass Nazi symbol bans. SA, Arrow Cross, Phineas Priesthood, and more, all remnants or spin-offs of Nazi ideology. Even boots and laces have meanings. In skinhead culture, red or white laces signal racist beliefs. Some even tattoo these symbols on their scalp. These symbols are more than images. They were tools of propaganda. They were meant to intimidate, to unite, and to divide. And while some were ancient and spiritual, The Nazis corrupted them, leaving a legacy of fear and hate. To understand them is not to celebrate them. It's to confront the truth, so we can recognize when these ideas try to return. Symbols matter. History matters. And it's our responsibility to remember what they really stood for.